Jay.
Yes, I'm happy for you to come. Like, girl.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
We talk all the time. I want to say we talk all the time.
Yes.
It's about dang time that we do some talk on the camera.
Let's do it.
Okay, so before we get to the talk, let's get into the drinks. Okay, you want to do the shot first, the ask about empty shot, or you want to do the drink?
No, we're gonna do the shot first.
Okay, so when you taste the shot, tell me what you feel with the vibe and what would you name this shot and what would you name this drink?
All right, let me let y'all take a look at this.
Take a look at the cup.
Period. Okay, custom.
Yeah, get into it. Cheers.
Yes, honey.
It's alright, see? What's it giving?
Something summertime.
Ooh.
Because it's refreshing.
Okay.
You know, it's very
Ooh.
refreshing. I taste strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like a
spritzer.
Come on. So what you would name this?
I would name it the Herpurrspective.
I like that.
Herpurrspective.
Both of them.
No, Herpurrspective is
Herpurrspective is cute though.
Herpurrspective is it.
Are we gonna have a Herpurrspective on Herpurrspective?
We are.
Ooh, okay, cheers to that.
We are.
Okay, cheers to that again. Oh. All right, let's get into this drink. Now this is like
Ooh, girl.
it's tequila, but this, I'm not gonna lie about the mix. The mix is I think Bacardi. It's rum, yo. We being mixy.
Okay, the color is pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, the
It's
blue,
giving
the blue
vibe.
is pretty.
Okay.
It is. It's very. You got a you ready for the summertime?
Mm-hmm.
The pink, the strawberry flavor.
I'm a
the
summer
ocean
baby.
blue. Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
Yeah. How you feel about now? That's strong.
Girl,
Mm-mm.
you try it.
The drinks,
You
I thought, and I didn't taste them. I always just,
You free pour.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I can't be a bartender. Yo, okay. What would you name this drink?
Because I'm an LA girl.
Come on.
And it's blue. I'll probably name it the Marathon.
I like that.
You know what
the
I'm saying?
marathon with the yellow. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're going to do the marathon with this. Okay. It's going to make you run one, baby.
It's definitely going to make you run somewhere.
I don't know where, but it's going to be
I don't know
somewhere.
where you're running to, but you're running.
We're running. Okay, so girlfriend, we talk all the time. And so I have a good topic for us to talk about.
Okay, I see.
Breaking dating rules. Girl.
Yeah.
The rules is ruling. And what do you feel like is like a couple rules that people love to go by, but you do not, you can't?
I think for me, one of mine was like staying humble in spaces where I should have spoken up. You know, I think a lot of times, like when we're dating people or trying to get to know people, we try to kind of like conform to their ideas and who they are. You know, so just speak up. You know, if you don't like something, say something. If it don't feel good to you, don't do it.
I feel that. I feel like my rule, like, I like that. But I speak up too much. I think, yeah, and I've learned to shut up. So it's like not even that anymore. Because sometimes I used to nitpick. Because I was in a place where I wasn't happy.
Okay.
So I was just staying because it was comfortable. And so I was nitpicking at a lot of little stuff. And it was just like, girl.
Instead of just being like, you know what?
I can't do this
anymore.
I'm done.
Yeah.
So it's like weird. I can speak up for things that I don't like.
Yeah.
But I can't leave. So it was just like, now it's just like cutthroat. I'm not doing it. If it feels weird, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I speak up, but I feel like a dating rule for me is like, I think, damn, I don't even know. I have a brain word. Some dating rules. That you should, I think a dating rule of you should go on multiple dates to get to know someone is something that I really don't get jiggy with. Because I feel like the first time I ran out, I just be pushing myself into the wrong place.
Okay.
I know I do. I know I do.
I can relate.
It's like you already know on that first date.
Yeah,
the conversation. It's you know.
I feel like when you're dating a person, you know within the first really I feel like 5 to 10 minutes. If you are really gonna vibe with that person,
you do.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so going on the multiple days and having these like extravagant dates. Now I'm just like, you want to go grab some coffee? Because the reality is, it sounds harsh, but I may not even like you afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
And why we gotta sit here and be awkward for that long?
Right.
Can we go to the park? That's another rule too. That we gotta go somewhere fancy and fancy and all that stuff. Yeah. We gotta sit down. And a date is like a cost for a date. You can go on a free date.
You can. You can go on a date where you just. I feel like some things distract you from like actually having the conversation and getting to know a person. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think is that?
I just think being preoccupied with other things. You know, just. I feel like everybody's attention span is so short these days. You know what I'm saying? So we just have our hands kind of in a little bit of everything. I'm guilty too. My hands are always in a little bit of something. That sounds crazy.
That sounds alright though. That's a little bit here and there.
But I'm just saying, I think just distractions and not, really wanting to put the energy forward to like focus on that one thing.
And what is that one thing though? Because I feel like we sometimes we give ourselves some bad advice. Sometimes we tell what we think the facade is. We might say, oh, love is this and relationships is this. But what transition from being the one that keeps it going to I can't do it no more? Because I feel like it's awkward. I'm like that person. Even though I'm like, what's the word? Like strong-minded, I guess. Okay. A dominant woman.
Okay. Yeah, you have a dominant presence.
That's just
it. With a little body. Period.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes. It does it every time. I feel like that's what it is. Because I feel like people say I'm looking into everything. I can walk and just be minding my business. I look up and somebody gonna catch it quick. And I'm just like, ooh, this is my time to sit here and just wait for somebody to say something to me. I be wearing sunglasses and stuff. Like, okay, if you want me to sit here and be a spiritual advisor, just tell me that.
But you have good energy. Like, even the way that we met at, what was it, 12? What was the name of that spot?
At the U-Haul.
That was
the backyard.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
I forgot.
You met my mom. You know what I'm talking about. Yes.
I met you there, and you were just like, your energy. You have great energy.
But it's like sometimes it's strong.
Yeah.
It's like too strong.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't shut that down because that's just who I am. But even if I'm quiet and I'm just minding my business and walking around in the grocery store, somebody's gonna do. And then somebody's gonna dump me, like, by the time I leave there. I don't know why I'm telling you this, and and chat, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
This has always been my calling. But more of the story is...
What's the moral, honey?
When we get into those relationships, it's giving. Okay, so I got some good questions, though.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Have you ever dated someone just because they were different from your norm?
Yes.
How did you deal with that? When did you realize that? Both of those.
Well, I realized it immediately. I mean, you can tell when a person is not somebody that you would normally vibe with. Like, you know that. So I feel like I could tell immediately, but, it was...
Was you just like, I need to be a caring person, nurturing, and just be here with them?
No, it was an interesting situation.
Ooh, give us the tea. Give us some tea.
Why she want the tea, y'all?
Because we need the tea. We need the tea. Yes, we do.
You don't? Nah, but,
to the tea.
Cheers to the tea. Marathon.
Yes.
And keep going no matter
what.
That's no matter what.
That means you gotta keep going with the tea.
Like Lorilla said, at the end of the day,
the day gonna end. Yo, I feel like that's like certified. Cheers to that. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, but it was an interesting dynamic because you do know that I am openly. It's called ambiamorous, so I feel like a lot of people
break it down.
It's a term.
Come on, break it down,
but
please.
I can
Please break it
I
down.
do have the ability to go between a monogamous and a polyamorous relationship or lifestyle. And so in that particular setting, I was in a polyamorous relationship. And so I feel like in those spaces, a lot of times, you know, you're dealing with two different people, so your connection is different, right? And so I think
two different energies.
That's two different energies, two different personalities, just, it's all different.
And it's hard to break up from two. It's let alone from one. And breaking up from two energies? Or no?
I mean...
Was it two women?
Yes. It was.
How do women do that? Why?
I don't know. I'm single.
What made you do that in that situation? Because I want to know. That was actually one of my questions. So
really, let me see these.
You
parts.
can't because they're sloppy, and only I can read them. Look at this shit. Look at this. It's like, and some of them don't even have the.
I love it. I love that.
It's a mess. I don't really read when I talk, but I just get certain words from. That's all in the convo. Go ahead.
Yeah, anyway.
Yes.
Period.
Two women.
How?
Please.
I mean, it's always been an interesting thing for me. I don't really feel like... I'm not going to say I don't feel like monogamy is not a thing.
Okay, give it in. Now
but I do feel like there will be people in your life that will feed you in different ways.
Ooh.
Right? I don't feel like if I was married to someone, I would expect them to only want to like experience me.
Why?
Even sexually. Because that's not realistic to me.
Why?
Like I'm married to you and now you're all that I see. That's not
what I
true.
But okay, now we debate
Even period, because I'm ready. No, I'm kidding. Even if it's, you know, time spent, like, you know, we've been together for 10 years, because it just happens. Energies are exchanged all the time, and I feel like
shit happens.
Just like how just what you said about being in the grocery store and people just talking to you, like, you know, that's energy. Just being exchanged. And I feel like sometimes you exchange energy with people that you really connect with.
But I can't see you. I feel like I have to be there, but I can't see it.
You can't see what?
Me, like, I can't see the poly or the...
What's the word? It's not for everybody.
What's the word? It's not poly. What is it?
Ambiamorous. So.
Ambiamorous. Because I feel like we need to know the terms for it.
I mean...
And people don't understand. So I'm happy you said ambiamorous. I'm saying it right or wrong?
No, you said
it right.
You are weak. No,
I know
right.
I said shit wrong.
Ambiamorous. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a monogamous person. I could fall in love all the time with my one person. And I'm like, I am enough energies. It's enough for me. ADHD and me be fighting enough. Then you gotta come in and you gotta deal with me, ADHD, and like my other personalities with media and all this other stuff.
Okay.
So it's like, how can you deal with me and then deal with other people? Down in 10 years down the line, I feel like I could be with one person.
I think that's beautiful, and I think that I could too. But I think what I'm more so trying to express is that there's room for that. It doesn't have to be a thing, but if my partner was like, "Hey, I'm interested in X, Y, Z," that's something I would consider.
And how would that go? Like, I'm interested in X, Y, Z. Like, is it like, can we do this together, or you let that person?
I think that it just depends on what y'all discuss.
Okay.
You know, but I don't think that type of activity is good for like fresh relationships or fresh marriages. Like those types of activities,
or for like long
really
term.
Build a foundation with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like if your foundation is not good, then you can't bring somebody else in. But you know, and then again, it's not
and
for
that's
everybody.
what I agree with. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people get into it and say, "Oh yes, I'm gonna do it," and then you know you ain't with it, and then it's toxic, and it's toxic. You know you're not with it. You like, I know personally, if I was in that, I would mistakenly forget that we doing this, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then I'm already a Leo, so I want all the attention.
Yes.
And then I'm ADD, so I
you know, and I've been meeting a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all.
And tell everybody your sign.
I am a fiery Best sign in the zodiac.
What is it?
It's not debatable.
Not that one, this one.
Baby. A Sagittarius.
Oh, that's what we buy.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius is the bomb of Leos. Yeah, I know. I love Sagittarius.
You the only Leo I really like.
Because the Virgo
plus,
plus, maybe? Because I'm August 21st.
It's just, it's different, you know? It's just your vibe. I like it.
It's the aura.
Period.
That's my aura. I try to give that. I try to give day in. I try to give
need
that.
water with my drink. I'm over here tipsy.
I am
but
too.
nonetheless.
It's okay.
Yes.
I am too. Okay, so what is a dating rule that you've been wanting to talk about that you feel like everybody needs to hear? That everybody just, you know.
I feel like, okay, now that we've come full circle, I feel like, because I really didn't have one. I'm like a dating rule. I just kind of date and do me.
Yeah, me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm honest with what I desire.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You know, I don't really have a rule but that. Be honest with what your expectations. If you have expectations, what are they? If you don't, that's fine too. If you just out there trying to get your rocks off, say that. But I don't know. I think my dating rule would be, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like, really date people. You know, stop dating and being like, oh, I think no.
This person, no.
No.
Get 2 or 3 of them.
Get 2 or 3. 2 or 3. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Just date. You don't
I'm
have
like
to see them
that.
every day. You don't, but just really date people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel
I'm
that's
like,
important.
I go with the flow, but we gonna see what the flow is giving, yeah. We gonna see what it's giving.
Absolutely.
Now, what's some dating advice that you would give to someone?
My dating advice is always, I don't even know that I should be giving dating advice. I'm just going to keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
I'm going to give you the advice just based on my experience and not necessarily, well, yeah, my experience and my knowledge of dating. Honor yourself. You know, don't go into situations with people like being agreeable when you know that 5, 6, 7 months from now, that's not really something you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So just try to, because they say when you date, like you meet a person's representation. You know, try to push through that and just show up like, this is me.
In the hard times.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I have any advice? Do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any advice? Because you can answer me all the questions, but no.
It's the first I asked if you have any questions for me. Just said.
I like the platform you created. I like the questions because I feel like they really forced me to think, you know, because I'm dating, but I'm not for real dating. I feel like too, I'm a hopeless romantic. Like, I don't know how you like to date, but how do you like to date? I'm not into like the internet stuff. I try.
I'm not.
I get the apps. I do it.
I tried the apps. I've been on some crazy dates.
What kind of dates, girl? What's crazy? Not.
Oh my Jesus.
What is crazy?
Besides all my dates that I've been on with men that I've given advice to, those are always crazy to me because I feel like, damn.
And you still count those as dates?